Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the brand new episode of Podium Talks Season 1, Episode 4. Before we kickstart our session, a great story is awaiting. Lend an ear to each and every word of the story and make yourself relaxed.
Hi friends. A man found a cocoon of a butterfly. One day a small opening appeared. He sat and watched the butterfly for several hours as it struggled to force its body through that little hole. Until it suddenly stopped making any progress and looked like it was stuck. So the man decided to help the butterfly. He took a pair of scissors and snipped off the remaining bit of the cocoon. The butterfly then emerged easily, although it had a swollen body and small, shriveled wings. The man didn't think anything of it and sat there waiting for the wings to enlarge to support the butterfly. But that didn't happen. The butterfly spent the rest of its life unable to fly, crawling around with tiny wings and a swollen body. Despite the kind heart of the man, he didn't understand that the restricting cocoon and the struggle needed by the butterfly to get itself through the small opening were God's way of forcing fluid from the body of the butterfly into its wings to prepare itself for flying once it was out of the cocoon. Don't obstruct anyone who are struggling for success. Let us allow the nature take its course. Let them try their own ways because it's the only way one can feel contented when they achieve something. Encouraging and inspiring them is the best possible way to help them.
What an inspirational story. It conveys a soul meaning. A man is not born as a hero, either be it in a movie or in real life. The situations transfer him from a common man to a real hero. Okay, let me introduce myself. I am Saipriya, a BTech undergraduate pursuing BTech in Information Technology at NIT Allahabad. Today, for this evening, we have one such real life hero who has tackled all his obstacles and reached greater heights in this life. With all due respect, let me introduce you all the hero of today's evening, Mr. Sandeep Bolla, a studious and an eminent personality who pursued his bachelors in computer science engineering from NIT Silchar. He is a multi-talented personality who is interested in many fields, including cinematography. He is interested in journalism and a member of ESL Club NIT Silchar. Currently working as a software development engineer at Amazon and also a champ of NIT Conclave 19 Hackathon. Besides this, he also completed his summer internship at DRDO in 2019. He's also did his research intern at IIT KHARAGPUR. These are just some of his many achievements. So he'll be illuminating us with a lot of knowledge on this pleasant evening. Let me welcome Mr. Sandeep Bolla onto the podium.
Hi guys. That's
Hi,
a
sir.
long and really a welcoming one. Before we go up, I like to give an introduction of myself in my way that I'm comfortable with. Because the one that you gave, I felt so kind of inspiring of my own. I'm Sandeep Bolla, a recent graduate from NIT Silchar. Correcting you here, I'm graduated in electronics. Yeah,
Okay.
even my batchmates and seniors thought I am CSC guy. That's not your fault. Okay, at present, I am working in Amazon. It's been 1 month nearly, and I've got this offer after turning my 6 months intern to a PPO. And at present now I'm at my home in Vijayawada. And regarding my habits and hobbies, I am kind of I kind of have a too many interests. In college, I used to be active participant on organizer of literary activities, graphic design competitions, and hackathons, and as she said, and entrepreneurship activities. And personal interests are movies, cricket, and allowed to track tech launches. And coming to movies, I'm a huge admirer of Nolan and Tarantino cinematic styles. And in cricket, coming to the IPL, I am a fan of KKR, and I'm currently following the match score until now, KKR vs CSK. And I love to meet new people and having impromptu discussions like this one now. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm hoping for a great session.
Okay, we are hoping to the same, sir. So, firstly, let me congratulate you on behalf of my team upon your success.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope that's not a full stop, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah. Yes,
Hmm.
yes. So, working in a top-notch company is normally a dream to every individual. Okay. So, how do you feel about it? Because you are working in one such MNC.
Yeah. Yes, it's a dream. Even it's my dream too, working in such MNC. And but the point is, I don't think there's much difference working in a like Amazon or working in an Indian company. The all we need to give is our 100% best, and then definitely we'll get the returns. So the only thing is, but the only thing that's important for us is every line of code that you write is being watched by whole world, and you can see your design or your kind of implementation of a particular feature is being used by whole world, and that means you're making a change in society, like at a world stage, not at a local stage. So that's really a great thing to be part of. So that's all. Hmm.
So, sir, can you please give us some insights about your journey to Amazon?
Journey to Amazon. So I have a question here. So you want my journey from internship to PPO, or you want my journey until internship
No,
to get
no,
internship?
the complete
Uh,
journey from your BTech first year to Amazon.
oh, okay. Okay. When I joined NIT Silchar, I'm just a South Indian guy. We all know how South Indians are.
Yes,
We don't know anything about these computers and stuff. We are taken into Chaitanya
yes,
and I've
yes.
been, uh, and I've been there for 2 years, and we don't know outside world kind of. Yeah. So I've been part of it, and yeah, after coming here, I felt it, the freedom. Like as you get into this life, you understand, like you have been given a lot of freedom. Yeah. But this one is a kind of a icing on the cake, because this thing can be taken positive and this thing can be taken negative too. I saw some of my friends who have taken it as negative, like the freedom that has been given, which has not been utilized well. Yeah. So yeah, one of my advantages, because my father foresaw that PC is kind of a mandatory thing. So from childhood, he kept a PC in home, though it's not needed. So
Okay,
from there, from my 10th, I used to be kind of like geeky, like installing OSs in flashing the OSs in Androids, and kind of making that Androids go out, like making that phones get repaired. I think I made my three of my father's phones into just bricks,
okay,
kind of. Okay, so yeah, these kind of geeky stuff, I used to love them. And I used to I used to write Python code in my
okay.
plus after my plus two when I got bored. So we all are bored, right? After plus two, we get until we get a college. So yeah, I learned Python at that time, and I used to participate in code chef contests, though not professionally, just for fun kind of. I used to get at my match one question, and I don't know anything about DSA at the time. I just learned Python, and I used to just write codes and stuff. So yeah, after coming to college, uh, I kind of got opportunity as I got into college. So the main thing happening in the college is, after just we got in, there's a event called NIT Conclave happening in the college. NIT
Okay.
Conclave 2017. That's happening in Silchar. So because of it, what happened? All the guys who just came into college are being given works by seniors, because we need to make the event successful, right? So one of my friend just have taken me into a senior, and made me he made me ask him that what I'm interested in. So I told, I like Photoshop. I used to
Okay.
run some stuff in Photoshop. Like that's what I used to do in my after plus two. I told her, like there was too much boring time, so I used to do a lot, like After Effects, Photoshop, and this Python, whatever this. So I used to know Photoshop at that time, just know. So then what the senior told is like if you know it, it's fine, you can just come in, so you just hop in. So I was so hesitant at the time, because I thought like seniors, they would have great knowledge, and what would I do with that basic stuff that I have? So but they helped me a lot, and yeah, we all have Google after all. So yeah, with that knowledge, I started uh, going in. I went into the team, and what Bhaiya asked me is just like make a poster. He just told me a kind of requirement, and he just told make a poster, and I'll decide if you're in or out of the team. So it took an hour time, and I just did it, and I just showed him. He's just like, oh, you are not a basic guy. You should have known some good stuff. So I
Yes.
said, okay, I don't know what your basic is. My basics is this. Okay, then after that, that was initial start to me. So if with that I came to have like good contacts. I came to know seniors. So with that kind of step, I started getting many opportunities from that. And after that, as we all know, like this technical events and stuff happening in the college every year. So in my first sem, this technical event called Technosis in our college. So that used to happen. Now I don't know if it's happening. So
Okay.
yeah, there we used to have a few Robotron module that's where we play with games with machines. So we participated in Robo Soccer, where we play soccer with robots. So yeah,
Okay.
there we were runners up with the senior team. We ended up as runners up, and that was a huge learning. Like we got to know like what's a team, like how to work with a team and stuff. Like first match we lost like two with a 2-0 or 3-0 with our bots not running at all. Like when we are turning left, they're turning right. So they're not at all working. So from there we got a huge return with 4-0, winning the match from losing with 2-0-2. So these kind of things where they just don't give satisfaction. Along with that, we'll learn a lot. We'll understand that it's not we understand that like after first loss we did not lose it up, we did not end it up there. Like we thought like we are not for this, we are up for something better. So these kind of things. So after first year I ended up in literary society as a what to say, as a organizer in literary society. So as a member of a literary society. So and I used to be in photography club too in my first year. And by the time of second year, I got to know about ESL in our college. And after second year, that was whole my life kind of like I have given a lot of time to ESL in our college. Uh, and and what so the other things are mostly on with my friends. Like other time I should spend is mostly with my friends. And what else we have in college? Yeah, so by the time of second year, what I have is no internship, nothing called internships. I don't know anything about internships. I don't know anything about competitive coding. I just told like I used to just code in Python without any knowledge of DSA. So
Yes.
yeah, so by the time of second year, I don't have anything in my hand. So after second year, I and my friend got a DRDO internship. So we grabbed it up and we did an Arduino project there, which is similar to a Robo Soccer event that we did. So
Okay.
we participated in we did the internship, we completed there. So after that, what's happening in our college, there is a yeah, these internships happen now from third year. We
Yeah.
start giving internship companies for internship. So
Yes.
yeah, I got an internship in a company called InvestNet Yardley in my third year, and I worked for
Okay.
2 months there.
Okay.
That's after, at the end of my third year that like I got the internship in my third year. So I worked in after third year summer. So I worked for
Okay.
2 months there, and but they did not give PPO to anyone. That's a sad thing.
Okay.
So yeah. So
There
by
was
the
something
end of
better waiting for you.
yeah, yeah.
There
This
was
one.
something better waiting for you.
Yeah, that was some like that was what my friends used to tell. Yeah, the same literal
Yeah.
sentence. And at this sentence, they had to use it for too many times because those many rejections I got.
Okay.
And in my third year, I somehow got opportunity to have an internship in IIT Kharagpur, and that was amazing. That I did not
Okay.
expect that I would get. My professor helped me a lot in that, and so that was a project that he was working on also, a professor from NIT Silchar. So in collaboration with the IIT Kharagpur professor, so I worked for it in my winter holidays in third year. I did not go home, and then after my mid-sem in third year. I directly went to Kharagpur after completing mid-sem, and there I started working for 2 weeks. Then we got the COVID, and I directly went to home, and that internship didn't complete. So that's
Oh,
like
oh,
someone else in my junior need to take up it after that.
okay,
And yeah, at the end of fourth year, like at the start of fourth year, what I have is only internships, only experience of internships, and no job offer from my internships. So yeah, I started attending interviews. So as I started attending interviews, yeah, I cleared aptis for a few companies, and after that, clearing aptis is only just like anyone can
basic.
like it's an
Yeah,
easy thing for people. But after that, what happens? I used to go to technical rounds, and I used to go to last technical run, and I used to get off from it. Like what happens?
okay,
My
got rejected.
for companies in three companies, I don't remember the company names. I think Razorpay, it was Oyo, and some other company. And these three companies, what happened? I went until third round, and my third round, like all my rounds used to complete well before everyone. And I used to
Okay,
think like, okay, my rounds are completed. I should get it. Like I should be the one who was getting. And at the end, my name like used to be not there in that, and that was very depressing. And that's where these sentence used to come from my friends.
okay,
You had, you have like something good, something better has been waiting for me. Yeah, and at the end of December, I got this Amazon internship offer, and from there in February I started internship. And after, as the internship started, then we had to go for college because of college called in the COVID time. So there I was kind of not much working there because we were kind of in a fourth year mood. So
okay,
yeah, in final year mood, and we know that by the end of this month, that month by the end of April, they would again call us, like tell us to go off to home because the COVID second wave would come and all. At the time, second wave started again.
okay,
So I think it was only first wave or second wave, yeah. So what happened is most of my friends were in party mood, kind of. Let's enjoy this 1 month at max. That's
yeah,
what we get, and then we go to professional life. So I kind
yeah,
of did not get much time to work there, and by the end of 2 months of internship time, I came back to home with zero work to be that was done by me, and my team was also kind of the team that I got also. It's kind of team that's been merging into something else. So
okay,
people are also moving away from the team. So I did not get much work. And in Amazon, in companies like Amazon, what happens? Like we need to ask for work. Like it's not like you get training and you get a mentor who tells like work this, work on this, work on this. Nothing much like that. It's like you have to ask like what's this, what is this, and what I have to do tomorrow, what I have to do for next week.
okay.
And
On
so
a self-interest.
yeah, we need to have a
Okay,
lot. They call it learn and be curious. We need to learn and
okay,
we need to be curious on our own. Yeah,
yes, yes,
so yeah, so I was not at all showing that principle, learn and be curious. And which I until then I thought like I am like I have this principle deep down, kind of, until then. And
okay,
after 2 months I thought like what I'm doing, like this is not the way that I thought I would do this internship. So
yeah,
from then I started taking it seriously. So for the next 3 months I gave my best, and yeah, that gave me this offer that I'm currently sitting in. Yeah, this is what
okay.
happened in all the 4 years in a brief.
That was quite a roller coaster journey, rather. I actually had to mention inspiring, but no, after listening to this, it's a complete roller coaster journey.
Yeah,
Yes,
and one more thing is, in journey, like what I see is more than what we do. Like yes, we have prepared for everything, but more than the preparations, more than the knowledge that we have, the connections would definitely help every time. Like we kind of take it granted, like
yeah,
what happens with the connections. So but mostly connections help me a lot. So from the DRDO internship to IIT Kharagpur internship, like so
yeah,
every time, and even while preparing for Amazon, like my friends and people who have already got Amazon, they help me a lot.
yeah,
So all these connections that we have, they help us a lot. So not just our knowledge, we all think like it's only the knowledge, but yes, we need to have a good network too, good network of people who are in with us, like who are in the same process, and also good network of people who have already done that,
yeah,
been
yeah,
in this
yeah.
course, and they would give a lot of inspiration for us. Yeah.
Yes. So after listening to all this, including myself and the viewers, must have learned a lot from your journey. That's so
That's
inspiring, by the way.
that's nice.
Yes,
That's
sir.
great.
So without much delay, let us just get into the major part of our session today. So
Okay.
basically, today's session is divided into three segments, or rather the
Okay.
three rounds. So the round one is career bus. So all the technical stuff, all the technical questions will be taken up in round. And round two is down the memory lane. And round three is rapid fire.
Okay.
So with your permission, let's begin the round one.
Yeah, sure. I'm waiting for it. It's all.
Yes, yes, sir. So
Yeah.
yeah. So you said that your background is electronics. So have you ever had this like why electronics? If I could have chosen computer science or something, or the coding field or the tech field, you could have learned more, or you had more exposure to the tech. So did you ever feel like this?
Frankly saying, like electronics is my choice. Is not my
Okay.
choice. It's kind of like in the JOSA rounds, what happened? Like I ended up with electronics, though there is CSE just upon it, and I did not get it.
Oh,
So I ended up with electronics. But what my father used to tell was like, electronics is good, go for electronics. Because what he used to tell me is like, I know that you would definitely do the computer part on your own. So along with that, if there's electronics part of your academics, you would do great. That's what my father used to tell me. I thought
okay.
that's a good choice, like having put on both boats, and at least one boat will take us home. So kind of that
Okay.
feeling. But yeah, kind of like that. I used to feel until second year that I thought like I would do great in electronics too. I would do something in electronics, but don't know because of COVID or something, because of many
Okay.
constraints. But ended up not going into it. Even until my second year, what I used to tell to my seniors and even my parents, like I used to tell, like I'll be writing a research paper on in electronics, and I'll be going for PhD or MTech directly, not for
Okay.
a job. But yeah, situations demanded, and yeah, whole
You had
plans got changed. Yeah.
yeah.
So coming to the question, yeah, I don't think there is much importance of our branch currently to get a fang job. Mostly
Okay.
what they want from us is they are fixed what they want from us. What they need is DSA
Yeah.
from a recent graduate, and along with the DSA they want basics of OS and networks, and good amount of internships and knowledge about it. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they would expect. They won't expect much system design and stuff, and whatever software architecture. They won't expect much of core knowledge in the interviews that we see.
Yeah.
So, and also, yeah, and I saw, like, along with me there are many EC guys got ended up with Amazon and other fine jobs. And yeah, so what we understand from this is it's not about branch. All this is about our interest. If you are interested in getting a job in a fang, that's really our thing to do. There's nothing to cuss on our academics and stuff. Yes, academics will be there, and as my father said, that really works, like, I don't know with other branches, but with electronics it really works, because if you are really good at coding, and if you're doing electronics, if you have good knowledge in electronics, that will take you to something. If you are really interested to do it, like in networks, if you want to do work in computer networks, that helps a lot. Like both EC and CSE knowledge will help us a lot in that. My project in IIT Kharagpur was kind of a juncture of EC and CSE.
Okay,
So
okay.
these things help us a lot, which has these junctures. Like there's a branch called there's a topic called MEMS, which is a juncture of electronics and mechanics. So there are many topics. There are many
Okay.
topics where there are where the junctures, like there are two branches are being joined there. Where if you have knowledge in both
Yes.
branches, you can go up for that. So
Yeah.
if we really try to fit in there and get with them, try for those offers, it would really help us. But
Okay.
yeah,
So I
I
need to
ended up
tell
in a
my EC friends.
CSE one.
I need to tell
Yeah,
my EC
continue.
friends this one that yes, taking up both will lead up to something somewhere someday. Because in generally EC students they feel that why we have chosen both the branches together, like it would be better if we have chosen only the tech field or the core field. So I would highly recommend this to them,
No,
surely.
yeah. This thing is, if you read electronics good, you would also know well about the hardware that you're working on. Like that's
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of basic, like if you are reading Java threads, like
yeah.
when you are reading about concurrency and these topics, like if you have good knowledge on hardware, that really connects as well. These topics
Okay,
connects us better than the CC people, I think.
okay, okay.
Hmm.
So what were your strategies to approach a problem while learning a computer language?
Okay. Learning a computer language. Only the first language is hard, that's for sure. After that, there is nothing much to do from our side. There's
Yes,
only the need. Like I
yes.
know CPP. I used to code in CPP for this coding rounds and interview rounds. So as
Okay,
soon as I got to work, I started working with Java. Until then,
okay,
I never wrote more than a. Uh, I think I wrote one or two programs in Java. That too for a practice to learn Java at that time, and I don't have any expertise in Java. So from there, what happened? OOPS and these concepts are mandatory for any language.
yes, yes.
So with the OOPS concepts and with the basic knowledge of a computer language like CPP, uh, Java is no different at all from there. So what we need to know is what are the keywords that are the substitutes of CPP here.
Yeah,
So we are writing something for that in that language. What we need to write for the same particular feature, same particular method here in this language. So if we that will get anywhere get from Google. So mostly
yeah.
that's what happened in my internship also. I did not learn Java even until my internship completed. Like I did not go into much Java. So I only used to things get used to completed by this way only. Like I used to Google for the word that I want to know, and yeah, then I got my stuff. I can read the code now. Yeah, that's what used to happen. And one more thing I thought to say, uh, with the Java. Yeah. So when i when I was going through these codes in Java in Amazon, so though I did not have much knowledge in that, like in the code that I'm reading on. So what used to happen is like every line I used to just skip away these lines. Like when I don't understand, I used to skip away that line. So that ended up like
Okay.
with no knowledge. Like I used
Yeah,
to come,
yeah,
I thought I have completed reading this whole page of code, but
yeah.
with nothing learned. So what we need to do is like the what to say, we need to be peaceful and we need to be uh, concentrating on it, like on every line, every word. So like when you're reading a poem from very great poet, like where we don't understand at all. So what we need to
Yeah.
do is every word we need to
Yes,
Google, because they use
yes,
very
yes,
hard words. So
yes.
what happens is we lose the conversation at that point because we are googling every word. In the similar way, at the starting when I'm directly reading Java code, I used to feel the same way. Like and nowadays the code that people are writing are with a lot of libraries inducted into it. Like there is no much direct Java code there. They write just an
Yes,
annotation at the rate
yes,
equals, and we need to and I don't have any knowledge on these annotations and stuff, because I don't even know Java most
yes,
annotations.
yes,
So yeah, directly reading this code, and I don't know that like just an annotation is doing many things there. Just writing one annotation is writing indirectly
it
writing a 10 lines of
simplified everything actually.
Yeah, so that's what used to happen. I used to just read it, and I did not get anything from there. But they used to tell like this function is doing these many things. Oh, but I did not. So then what I used to do, like I used to again reiterate what lines I missed, all the lines that I missed, all the words that I missed. I used to reiterate and go into them, and then reading it for a lot of like I should take a lot of time at starting, but yeah, I got to decrease that time as getting comfortable now. So yeah, that's what focusing on every word that we don't understand is a key thing there, because as the number of words that we are not understanding is increasing as we are
Yeah.
going through code, and we will not end up with anything by the end of
Yes.
the page.
Yeah. So what do you think that competitive programming plays a major role for getting a job these days?
Yes, for job, yes. Like competitive coding, I don't know. Like I can't say just competitive coding. It's mostly about DSA. I can't even say just competitive
Okay.
coding. It's mostly than competitive coding. It's mostly DSA. If we are comfortable with the DSA, and though we haven't, I didn't work much in competitive coding. I have given a minimal time after COVID. I just started focusing on competitive coding for a few months. That too,
Okay.
1 or 2 months, from March to May. Then I got my
Okay.
yearly internship going on, and then this job of trying for jobs. So more
Yeah.
1 to 2 months at max, I was trying in competitive coding. So there in what was that, code forces, yeah, I
Okay.
just worked on 1 month in code forces, and with 1400 or so ranking or score, whatever we call it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did not touch it after that 1.5 month. So what happened there,
Okay.
so in that 1.5 month, what we learned from competitive coding is the way to approach the problem. Like what used to happen
Yeah.
before that is I used to see the problem, and I used to get tensed, like, "Arey, how this is solved at all? Like this doesn't make sense," kind of feeling I used to get. And also I used to get kind of obvious, what we call it, uh, O of n cube solutions, O of n square solutions, that used to be
Okay.
coming
Okay.
into mind before. Brute force, yeah, we call it brute force, right? So these brute force solutions used to come into mind. But what competitive coding taught me is, like, as you see the problem, you start thinking about non brute force, like optimized ways. These
Yes.
these are the kind of things that we learn from competitive coding. Mostly the way of approaching the problem that we'll learn,
Yeah.
and directly thinking on non brute force methods. Before, I used to like directly used to think like brute force method, and I used to apply it. So that was starting
Yeah.
off code, right? You just apply brute force, and you
Yes.
then
Yes.
get that timeout exceptions and all. So yeah, what happens is this: we as we start with competitive as we go on, so these two things will get inculcated in us, that reading a problem will understand, okay, this is this kind of problem, yeah, I can do it. This is on this
Yeah.
topic. This is from graphs, this is from tree, this is just
Yeah. Yeah.
things problem. Yeah, these all we'll end up with. And also along with that, what we told, other one is, uh, along with the approach, we will get this, what was I saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, along with the way of
The
approach.
optimization.
Mm-hmm.
The optimization. Also
Yeah,
like.
directly optimization of, rather than brute force, that's what we get. Yes.
Yeah. So, students who have no idea, or those students who are just the beginners of coding. So, what do you suggest to them?
Okay, just a beginners of coding. uh, if they are just beginners, what they need to be good with is writing the code. After seeing the problem, after getting the thought, writing the code. So if you want to just give your uh, give your option at writing, being part of this competitive coding, you can just try division 3 of code forces and solve one question or two questions. One question also would be great at starting. So what you get from there is, in the limited time, you start thinking about the solution, and you start
Yeah.
writing the code. And that's a good thing. That's the best stepping stone that you get. Like, as you start writing the code, now then you can go to DSA. Because directly going to DSA and writing the hard data structures, big data
Yeah.
such as directly writing the code is hard. But rather than that, what you need to know is, like, with the simple for loops and if condition, if you can solve
Yeah.
basic problems, like most of the problems get solved by without using data structures.
Yes. Yes.
Even in div 3 and first two problems in code process, I don't think we need any data structures. So what we need to get
Yes.
comfortable with is, we need to get comfortable with that language, with that libraries, and
Yeah.
with that code. And after that, if you can learn DSA from any YouTuber or any Udemy course or any Coursera course, that would be sufficient. That would be a lot. And after that, as we all know, like lead code and GFG, that's all. For each company, we just what I used to do is I used to go into GFG, and for each company, I used to solve some amount of questions. And in lead code, yeah, my friend used to say like, go to lead code and select Amazon and just solve everything that's there. That's kind of like that's kind of a serious task. I thought like who will do that, and he told he did that. Okay, I by my luck before doing that, I got the offer. Maybe if else I would be doing the same. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what. Doing the questions is important as we get comfortable. Then going as we understand that, as we learn DSA, then starting to solve all the DSA questions one by one in lead code and this GFG and HackerRank would be enough for us.
Yeah. So is Amazon providing interns to students based on cloud computing?
Yeah, that's kind of a fallacy. No, all we need is you're saying is cloud computing a mandatory thing, or are you asking that like does it provide on cloud computing too?
No, is it providing on cloud computing interns to students? Like how
Like
we generally do intern for software from our campus, is it providing intern on cloud computing?
okay, I'll correct you here. The point is, what we get is SDE intern. The
Yeah.
role name is SDE intern, but the work that you do is mostly involved in cloud computer. Because what
Okay.
happens now? No companies working with stuff that is legacy software stuff. All are into cloud computing, and
Okay.
Amazon is the mother of it. Like they started
Yeah,
AWS.
yeah,
Uh, so what they thought previous, like as they started AWS, then what they thought is when we are giving to our customers all the cloud computing and stuff, why don't we use it? So they started working on their own. They started using their own stuff from then on, and now most of the stuff, at least 90% of the stuff going on in Amazon is working on this AWS solutions only. So the point is that's what I don't have any knowledge in cloud computing until then. I thought to learn before that, but I never learned because of this, coding and stuff. But yeah,
yeah.
as you get on, what they expect from us is not knowledge in cloud computing, not knowledge in this cryptocurrency or whatever it is, in blockchain technology. I mean, so
Oh, yeah.
what they expect is the basic principles. Are you curious? Are you curious to learn
Okay.
new stuff? You have the basics
Okay.
right, Java language or any language that you're comfortable with. If you have basics right, that's what they need. That's all.
Okay.
Like then you work. That's all. Like after that, what they tell you to read and what they tell you to follow, if you start doing that, you'll get comfortable with what you're doing, what the team is doing, and that's all. You are on the roll now.
Yes. So what is your motivation during a setback during your academic life? Like, how did you comfort yourself at such times?
There is no much setbacks, I say. Like I don't feel there are like big setbacks that will blow me or that will get me into a depression or stuff. But yeah, what happened in third year, like we all have dreams, like you're a good like I thought like I'm good enough in academics and coding stuff. I think I'll get intern as soon as the internships start, the companies come on. But no,
Yeah.
that didn't happen. So that didn't happen, and I got this this in Yardley also a very late, I think in December
Okay.
or something. So in the middle, what happened? I for like as I told, I used to be participating in many events. So one of those events is I participated in Conclave 19 that happened in Suratkal.
Okay.
So that happened to be a very good advantage. Like that pushed me. So what happened? We went in there and we participated in hackathon, and we surprisingly we got first prize there in hackathon, and ended at third with in the whole hackathon, like in the whole NIT conclave. We ended up NIT Silchar ended up third.
Okay.
So this thing. So until then, what happened? Like all my friends are getting interns, and I'm kind of in a depressing state. So I was that was so bad. So what happened? This kind of situation. So me participating in these events and then giving it my best, and something ended up great, right? So when what happens? So when something starts going your way, then there would be no back. There would be no going back, right? So that's what happens in everyone. Like there's only one thing need to start, then it's dominoes effect. you just start getting things into good limelight. So that's what happened. So that's what I believe in. When something going wrong in one phase of our life, then
Yeah.
let's try something else and get right there, and then that would motivate us to start things in this way also
Yeah.
in our kind of branch that we are wanting to go for.
Yeah. So there's a taboo generally saying that IT jobs are stressful. Is it true?
I don't know because I'm not into much until now, but maybe they're stressful because there are like yeah, and there's also like kind of company and kind of work that you're doing. If you're working in an operation role where you need to take care of a particular service is up for 24 hours or not. So if you are in that kind of role, then you need to be seeing that service, seeing for the tickets if any coming from your customers, clients. So you need to be active for whole of the time, like maybe if you're working for 12 hours, so you need to be active for whole 12 hours. But if you're working in a product company where you're just developing a product and
Yeah.
service, taking on that service or looking after the service is not your main priority. So in this kind of things, you are kind of comfortable to work on at any point of time in your life, like I mean at any point of time in your day. So you can work, you can choose when to work. So these kind of timings won't make you stressful, because like one day I might feel I want to work at night, today morning I'm kind of busy with other things, so yes, I
Yeah.
can work at night. But when you're working in a job like that where you need to see for an operation, look after an operation, you need to have a fixed schedule, like they'll tell you like 9 you log in and 6 you log out. That's
Yes.
kind of stressing thing. Those kind of works makes may feel stress, but these kind of works might not make us stressful because we can work at any point of time we want. But yes, like a student you can't skip classes whenever you want.
Yeah.
Like that you
Yeah.
can't skip these work hours like every day that you feel bored of or something. So
Yeah.
that's work, right? That's what so in work it's a bit stressful, that's for sure.
Okay.
It
Do
can't
you
be.
think that doing the same thing for some years would be tedious or unexciting?
That's for sure.
Okay.
That's for sure. Making doing the same thing for years and years will definitely uh, make us bored of our own life. And so yeah, I love to think upon new things to do. That's what I used to do in college. Like I used to go into anything that I used to feel comfortable, like that I used to feel that I can do this or that I can try. So I used to try everything out that I can. Like you name it, I tried it at least. If not have excelled in it, but tried for sure in it. Whether it be a quiz or whether it be a like what do we call this, essay writing or standing on a podium and talking, what do we call, what are the event name it is. So and participating in technical events. So and this ESL activity, so all these events and all. So that's why I love college too, because there should be something happening around. There should be
Yes.
something or other happening around, and you just need to figure it out. You just need to see, okay, this is happening, so
Yeah.
we'll go with, so I can give it a shot. And I used to give it a shot, and yes, and all we and the best thing is we all get a beginner's luck most of the time.
Yes.
So this beginner's luck will give us motivation to excel in that thing. So like you participate in a quiz, and first time I thought like I'll never win this, but we ended up with a prize. So if we would not have ended up with a prize, maybe we would not have re-entered into
Yeah.
that thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
if our team gets a prize, then from then on there will be no back. Like whatever it is, like if we are lost, if we are last position, we just remember we got third one, so let's not go back, we'll try next one. So that's how, like, we just need to give a shot to anything and see if we can do that. That's
Yeah.
what. So
So,
even in one thing. So one thing that's good about Amazon that I saw is there's more shifting here. So if you're bored on something, your role, you can easily shift. You can easily shift than other fan companies that I saw, that
yeah.
I read in Quora, and that I even saw here. Like every other day, I see a farewell email coming from one employer in the team. So that's so common here. Like what I heard from a manager is like you need not even tell to manager until you
Okay.
complete the internal interview that you get interviewed for the branch that you're going for, and after getting that interview successful, only then before moving out you just need to name it out to call out to the manager,
Yeah.
and then take all your responsibilities off or give it to someone else in the team, and then directly go away from there. So yeah, I saw this many people doing it, and that's what they do. I think whenever they get stressed in a job, whenever they get bored of a job, they just move to a new role, and definitely going out a new role will definitely make things more exciting,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because you'll be
So
doing
lately
totally
we
what.
have realized that, yeah, yeah. Lately we have realized that programming and analytics are in demand. Is it true?
Okay. I'm not a like great judger of this,
Okay.
uh, but like, so you're telling like programming analytics or programming analytics?
Programming and analytics.
Okay, okay. So yes, if we talk about analytics, let's see, like what we used to do. Like if you were thinking of a company that you want to work on ordering, like that you want to serve the orders. Okay, so you start a company there, and you have a website now that many people, that everyone can order from. So what happens, so now everyone is for everything there's an option there, there's a website, there's an app that we can go into. So now there's an option for everything. So from there, what happened, uh, all these websites, all these companies that are in, now what they need to do is they need to analyze the customers now. Like they have all the
Yeah,
things done, like website, how like all the ways that consumer client can work with them. But from now, what happened, they need to increase their customer base. So now, into increase the customer base, they need to analyze the customers.
yeah, yeah,
So as I need to analyze the customers, so what we need is machine learning. So there we start going into machine learning. So I mean, the data science or machine learning, same
yeah,
topic, similar topic. So same technologies that we use. So we start analyzing the users, we start analyzing our clients, and from there we start thinking on how to get the profits based on our region. We'll understand where our clients, which region our clients are there. So that's what all the companies are doing right now. Most of the companies have all their dependencies are done, all their websites and investment done. So all they need to do is, all they're trying to do is how to increase the customer base, how to increase the customer base to more regions, how to cover more regions and stuff. So for that, all they need is analytics. So yes, analytics will be booming, and is booming, and yeah, will be booming for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And programming, so like by programming, like what you correctly meant, like I did not understand, just writing the code is also a programming, right? You're
yeah.
programming.
I meant that only.
Okay,
Writing
yeah.
code.
Okay. So that's like what our parents say in this particular thing is, they used to say like mechanics was booming once, and then
Yeah,
electronics was booming for some time, and now it's
yeah,
computers wave.
yeah,
So maybe after this, it'll just go to some other branch, maybe that's what they say. But what I
yeah,
say is, it can't be totally true, because what we are doing right now is, previously if a doctor is driving, if a doctor is doing an operation, so he's doing it on his own, mostly. Now what we are saying, like we'll help you out, like with some software or with some machine or something that we develop, will help you out. So for that, what you need, whom you need a computer engineer. So, and from there to anything. So now in a car, there used to be maybe 10% of semiconductors in a car, maybe 20 years back. Now
yeah,
in the cars, at least there are 50% of semiconductors. So if
yeah,
there are 50% semiconductors in there, that means 50% of these semiconductors are like these chips and all. What do they need to do? They need to be programmed. So how do you
yeah,
program? You need a engineer there. You need a computer
yeah,
science or at least an electronics engineer there. So yeah, what we are doing is we are trying to ease the things out for the humans,
yeah,
for us to live. So to ease the things, we already tried doing in the mechanical way, like ended up creating machines for everything. But now after that, we are into next phase. So after ending the machines, creating the machines, now we need to program these machines to make better, to make them better. So that's why we are inducing chips into everything right now, even into
yeah,
specs, right? We saw recently Facebook specs, Facebook and
yeah,
Ray-Ban
yeah,
specs happening, coming around. So yeah, we're inducing chip into everything. So when you start inducing chip into everything, that's IoT stuff. So when
yeah,
you're doing all this stuff, you need programming. You need to program every device that you are inducing, because before they were just mechanical stuff. They don't have any chips around.
yeah,
They don't have any brain. Now they started having brain. So
yeah,
now what happens? With in your on your body, like right now, there's no just one brain. We have multiple brains working for just me. Like there's a watch, there's a phone, there's a spec, so multiple brains working from me. So that's easing out, right? So that's what
Yeah.
happens. It's like as we go on, we increase the number of brains working for us, and to
Yeah.
increase we need more programmers. Yeah, so that's what happens. Definitely, it's a booming forever. That's what I see.
So, sir, for the students like who generally get rejected in their internships or who generally lose confidence when they are not being selected, so what do you want to suggest them, like to keep moving forward?
Okay. Yeah, that's what I told now. Like, wow, if you are getting disliked at one point of time, we need to have a good network there, where who will comfort us, who will tell that particular sentence that you told, and that's what my friends told too, right? Maybe there's something better working for you, and along with that, what they need to tell us on our face is, we need to be open to them, to our friends, whom we consider to share our all the disapproval that we are getting.
Yeah.
So we need to be open to them. We need to kind of scale, what to say, we need to scan our own things. Like, we every interview that gets failed, that you're being rejected, we need to just scanning our own, like, why is that particular interviewer rejected me? Like, there should be some
Yeah.
reason, right? They can't be
Yeah.
just going on, just like, I don't like this guy's face, I just okay, get this guy off. So all they need is good brains and someone good, with good intent. So most of the time we don't have any problem with our brains. So most of us who are in good college and have good knowledge on DSC and stuff, we are all good with brains. So
Yes.
it's mostly about intent that we show them.
Yeah.
So in the particular 10 minutes or 15 minutes that we have with them, they need to judge us. It's not their
Yeah.
mistake too, and it's not our
Yeah.
mistake too. So we need to be just trying to max our possibilities by assuring them that I am someone that you are trying to find. So for
Yeah. Yeah.
that, yeah, so to show that, what we need to do is, if we need to be showing our all capabilities to them, kind of
Yeah.
maxing out our chips. So
Yeah.
in that process, we might do some things wrong. We might be doing some, showing some wrong characteristics there. So when you being open to your friends, I used to be so open to some of my friends, and used to tell everything that used to happen, and they used to tell me, like, what wrongs I would have done,
Yeah.
like, that would
Yeah.
have made me lost in that round. So if you have good network of people, you can easily talk, like, they can easily find it out, because when a third man comes now, so he'll understand everything, because
Yeah.
we talk to our own doesn't really solve the problems. When
Yeah.
we tell it out to someone, even we ourselves will understand. When you say it out to some other person, you will
Yeah.
also feel,
Yeah.
oh, I think this is something wrong that I spoke. Is what I used to feel in my brain when I used to tell
Okay.
what I used to do, what I did in my interview. So I used to understand on my own, okay, this is a mistake I have done, kind of. So yeah, you start being open to your friends, and then they'll tell you, and along with that, don't lose the hope, and start just, yes, this interview is done, it's gone, so that's work for the next interview, that's all. And it's not about the just company, that, like, you like, kind of like, I want fang, I don't have any, like, all of the jobs are kind of waste, kind of. I don't think
Yeah.
there's anything that's that. It's all mostly on work. So if there's a find in Quora or find anywhere, in Google, like, if that work environment of that company is good, then just go in. If that salary is maybe 10K less than the fang, but still, if you're getting it, I think it's good. And if you have good intent, and if you are kind of that learn and be curious guy, you'll end up with great things for sure.
So, sir, as we know that you have completed your internship at DRDO. So, sir,
Okay.
can you please give us a brief thing about how
Oh,
did it all happen? Like, how was your experience and the
uh,
procedure? How
that
did you approach?
yeah, that's kind of something that, kind of, I'm not so proud of or something, because it's just what happens in these government institutes is, we don't have these public exams, or we, by just sending the mail, nothing happens. All we need to have contacts. So I have good contacts there. So again, I'm saying contacts. So yeah, I have some contacts who are working in there. So all I did is, like, spoke to them and asked for them, and yes, that's all. We ended up with that. So there's no much working there. It's just the contacts that work there, right? So but
Okay.
in the resume, it plays a very great role, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
there are few things where with just contacts we can get things done. So yes,
Okay.
there are few places where whole our knowledge plays role too. But at one point, so if we can do this thing right, that knowledge part will be done by us.
So, sir, is there any special situation in your life which inspired you a lot?
Yeah, as I told you that kind of that conclave 19, that hackathon one did inspire me a lot. That came in right time to me, so that made me believe in myself that I'm capable of something. If not
Yeah, yeah.
if not nothing, like I'm capable of any something I can do. That's what I got after that. So yeah, that was something that I am kind of like, whatever comes in, like whatever great offers, great things happen in my life, that will be something that I'll remember for sure for whole my life, because that
Yeah.
started things out. I say that's the initial domino that made my dominoes effect in my life.
So, sir, do you have any plans of doing higher studies later?
That's there. If not, like I'm not thinking much on it now, but that's plans are there. Plans are going for an MBA. That's what everyone's doing right nowadays. But yeah, yeah. More than that, MBA part. What I wanted is like, I want to, like what I wanted to do is like think something, see a problem and think how to solve it. So if you can do it, then you can start a business on your own. So that's what we used to do in college too. Like we had a small startup running in a college in a similar way. So that's what. But until now, I did not see a greater problem that goes to a wider community and makes up a good business. So if that really comes in, and if we really see it, if I and
Yeah.
my friends, or if my team really sees it, then yeah, we'll bang on, and maybe that will be the new phase of my life. So yeah, more than higher studies, what I see is if something really, if some good problem is really found, I really wanted to start that phase, entrepreneurship phase, than going higher
Okay.
study phase. Yeah, but yeah, being a student, you find that kind of problems and you get the time to think about these problems more. That's what, like in
Yeah.
BTech time I thought more about it than now, right? So if I really, after 2 years, if I'm still doing this, then I would go for MBA or any study,
Okay.
being a student phase, where I can
Yeah.
start thinking freely again. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would really love to go for high studies.
Okay. So, sir, this was such a spellbound session we had till now. The session turned out more interesting than what we expected by knowing about your journey.
That's
So,
great.
thank you so much. So, this will surely help our audience in order to build up their career and might have cleared many doubts too, which were running in their mind. So, now my co host, Reshta, yeah,
Okay.
she'll be taking up the next two rounds. So, yeah,
Okay.
Reshta, the podium is all yours now.
Thank,
Hey, hello
hello,
Srishta.
sir. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for sharing such amazing experiences of your journey, and I'm sure it has motivated all our audiences. And it was really a pleasure knowing such stories from you. So, sir,
Thank
let me first introduce myself. I'm
Sure.
Srishta, a third year undergraduate from NIT Agartala. And now I'm going to conduct the most awaited segment of today's session, that is the down the memory lane. So,
Hmm.
sir, in this round, we will be displaying few pictures in front of you, and a timer of 10 seconds will be set for each of the picture. After
Okay.
you see the picture, I will be asking you a few set of questions regarding the pictures. And so, if
Okay.
you're ready, sir, shall we start the
Yeah,
segment?
I'm waiting.
Okay,
Roll the
so
tape.
here comes the first image.
I'm waiting, Shrestha. Oh, okay. So I need to speak about it, or you'll ask questions? Sresha, you're in there, right?
Yeah. Sorry, sir, got disconnected.
Sure.
So, sir, are you ready now?
Yeah, sure.
So, sir, the picture which we see is of NIT Silchar. So, sir, is this your click? The picture.
Yes, it is. That was like one of my favorite and initial clicks of mine in college.
Can you
I
share something about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Like as I went into college, I that college was kind of a scenery. So like for me, who lived in a more of a concrete jungle, so directly going into that place where more there's more nature than concrete stuff. So that's kind of a whole college used to be like scenic. So every morning we used to have walk-ups around the college and explore every bit of the college. So at that time, what I came to know, like there's a photography club in our college and who conducts competitions and all. So there was a competition for juniors, for the first years happening around. So yeah, for that, as I came to know that, I thought like I got a Moto G5 there at that point of time, Moto G5 Plus. I still remember that was best and first phone of mine, and that used to click great pictures. It used to have f by 1 f1.7 lens, and it used to be really great. And I used to edit good. I used to edit with an app called Snapseed, and yeah. So what used to happen every morning, where whenever we go around, I used to take pictures, and then after coming home I used to edit it up and then post them in Instagram as they told for the competition. So yeah, this is one of the iconic scenes of iconic building of a college. Like if someone says NIT Silchar, that's what building that most of us remember. uh, so I took that picture on a bright morning, I think, on a bright morning of a winter, of a rainy season, in the August that I went into college. And yeah, that I love that picture a lot.
Sir, any other memory that you get reminded of when you see this picture?
Whole college life just comes in and blurs out. It's not,
That's really nice,
there's no
sir.
specific moment, like it's whole college just goes around the brain.
Especially from us, like who have not experienced college life yet. It's great to know about from you. So, any special thing about your college that has a great impact on your life? A special thing about your college?
Special thing, like maybe I can tell this, like it'll teach you to be exploring things, to explore things. Like that is a 600-acre campus, and there are many things, there are many beauty, natural nature, and also buildings that like you have to go and you have to search for. Like as you start in college, like if there's a college with just one building, you might not end up with any, you might not need to search things. But this kind of a college where you need to search for things every, like as you start, like maybe one day you need to go to academic building, one day you need to go to class, one day you need to go to lab. So, and also many other things, like maybe girls hostel. So there are many things, right? So you have to search for things. So I think this kind of exploring things will, this kind of intent to explore things. I really got it from college. Maybe from the time that I got into college, as I'm saying, like I used to run for morning drives and see if I can find a good scenery and take a click and take it with my keep it in my lock it in my phone. So that's what I used to do. So I think this kind of intent to explore things, be curious to see something new every day, that's really something that I will take up from my college.
Thank you so much, sir. So, this was all about the first picture. Now, can I have the second picture, please?
Okay. There's one of my friend feeding there. Yeah.
So,
This
sir,
session.
moment we see this picture, this like looks a bit suspicious and it's not like a normal picture. So what is happening in this picture?
That's a short film we are capturing there. I'm a cinema lover. From my plus two onwards, I think after completing plus two, we used to have a lot of time there. So at that time, I used to watch like 3 day, I mean 3 movies a day, like in IMDb top 100. Like we complete 3 movies a day. Like I have a brother, so we used to watch every day, kind of at least 2 movies. So as you watch more and more movies, like and more of it, what happens as I completed, like and in Hollywood movies you don't see actors more. What I saw is directors. So I used to get inspired. Look, this director thought of this. Like, how did he think of this? How did he capture this moment? Like, so and also how did he write this particular scene? So this kind of thing used to intrigue me. So from that point of time, I should wait for a moment, like if I can direct a movie or if I can write something for a particular short film with my friends. So I have a group of friends who are very kind of into this thing. They wanted to, like, I have a friend who wants to direct a movie and go into a big going and hit it on big screen kind of. So yeah, this guy used to once he gave me a good storyline, and he came to me, and then I tried to write a good screenplay for it, and we ended up with a good story. And I used to tell it to some of my friends, like whom I thought like they're good judges. Like there are few of our friends like whom like there used to be a few in our circle. There are good critics of movies. They'll tell you like on spot whether this movie is good or wrong just by just watching it. So they're kind of critics, right? So I used to tell it to these friends of mine who are good critics, and I used to love to get acclaim from them. So yeah, I wrote a story, and like we wrote a good screenplay and all, and we thought to take it on to screen, and but it ended up in the middle. Like it didn't do anything. Like we could not shoot everything because of actors and because of many constraints. We could not do it. So then we got disappointed. But after few weeks or so, like we got an event happening in our college. It's mostly like whatever I do in my college because of the events that's happened in our college. Like something or other happening in the college. So there's some event in a part of in canned week that we call it. These entertainment week that we have normally. So part of that week we have a short film contest, 24-hour short film contest. So there we wrote a small short film there with some of my friends, and we shooted it in 24 hours. It's all everything we need to complete in, from writing to ending it. So I'm writing it to shooting it and editing it. Everything need to be completed in 24 hours. So like they'll give us a topic and we need to start writing on it. So yeah, as we started it, kind of like from some 6 to 12 hours, nothing happened. We're just thinking about anything, but there's nothing happening like coming into paper. We're just thinking in brain, but everything is going off. So yeah, after some 6 to 12 hours, I think we just got a good plot to go on, and then we got all our juniors and friends get to act this thing. And yeah, we completed in 18 hours, shooting it in 18 to 19 hours. And in the next 3 hours, like I slept for at least for 2 hours, but some of my friends didn't even sleep there. Like they were editing it. So by the time I came to these guys, they almost completed editing, and we were kind of like 1 hour away from the deadline. So yeah, then I put some end credits and edited the last few scenes and sent it to that. So that was kind of a special day, because like we never shooted anything and we never did any of thing of such kind. So we ended up shooting a short film in just 24 hours. That's really something that I'll be proud of. That was not maybe a great short film, but still, like, you did something in that field that I am really proud to enter. So that's really a good stepping stone for me in that field.
Sir, can you tell us about that short film, like the storyline?
Okay, I don't think if I remember. Yeah, yeah, that was kind of a life. Like at that time, I think Joker film released. So that's kind of a role of a common man who works his life as a doing character like a Joker, and doing some comedy stuff on the road, and gets his money to eat. So we just showed his phase of like his daily, his one day of life, how it happens, like how he's ridiculed every day, and how he gets to get his food, gets to get his food every day, and how he ends up at the bed. So we just showed his life in that kind of 5 to 10 minute short film, and that's all. It's more of a kind of depressing one, like dark one, not a happy ending kind of, like it's just a kind of a dark way, and hence the whole video is also will be in black and white, I think.
So, sir, as you said that you worked on writing the story. So, sir, apart from writing, what like did you play any character in the movie, like acting?
I'm always away from it. I'm afraid to come in front of camera, like,
So,
so
you
I'm
are more
always
into writing stuff.
yeah, I love writing. If I really can write something, I'm like, even if not stories, I used to write blogs once in a blue moon on the topics that I love, like as I said, movies, cricket, and tech launches. So I used to write blogs once in a blue moon on these topics, and yeah, writing is kind of a thing for me, which gives me, like, when I'm bored of something in happening in life, then I just give it into writing. So when I'm kind of in rejections phase, then I wrote on some topic. So that's kind of gives me satisfaction. So I did something for this week. So then I'll go back to my thing and just start working again for the job. Yeah,
So, sir,
writing is my a kind of what how they say it, the thing that takes you out, that takes the stress out of your mind.
what about directing? Like, did you direct any scene of that film,
Like,
or just
there's no
constrained to
thing
writing?
as director out there, because we have a group of friends who do everything that we can for that. I'm kind of not a great director, I think, because I can't manage people that well. Like, as I told, there's one of my friend who is really, like, I look upon, because that guy manages people so well. So like, there's no something like directing there. We did everything as a bunch of people. But still, if I what I think is, to direct, we need to have a good experience of managing people, and I don't have it, I think, currently. And definitely, if I write a good story, then if I get a good experience of managing people now at Amazon, like if I get into a manager role, then I can get a good experience of managing people, right? So these kind of things, these are experiences, will get us into will get me into a good phase where I can direct something. Maybe, yeah, that's a dream of mine. If I can do, yeah, that's something that I'll be proud of for whole my life.
Okay, sir. So that was about the second picture. Now let's move on to the third picture, please.
Okay. I don't know about the other three. I don't know about the other three that you have, but there's a totem. That was something that I can relate to. Yeah, this totem thing is kind of is my DP, first and last DP. Like, this is my DP in WhatsApp from the time I got my phone to until now.
Okay.
So as I told, like, I'm a fan of Nolan. So I like, as I told, like, the dream that if I write a story, like write a science fiction, like, no, tell narrate a story of science fiction like Nolan narrates it. That's kind of a dream that I have. Yeah. So with this kind of particular scene, I didn't have any intent while keeping this DP or having this DP. I used to I like things being constant. So I just had it constant. But what happened? Like, I used to think for a reason after keeping it. Like, many people used to ask, like, why don't you never change the DP? So then I thought, like, I have to give a reason to them. So because, like, there should be something reason behind something you have been doing it now for a kind of a year or a couple of years, or else they're taking it as negative or something. Like, some of my friends used to say, like, you're afraid to keep your photo in DP, right? That's why you're keeping it this way. Like, it's not that. There should be some reason. So I started searching on my own, like, what's the reason, why am I just keeping it? So then what I thought is, Like I'm comfortable with I ended up being comfortable with this kind of sentence, that is maybe whole this life that's happening, like if you see the totem that I have in my DP is kind of still rotating one, not, it didn't fall. So I used to say, like, I'm still believing that I'm in a dream. So when I wake up from the dream, then I'll change the DP. I should tell them that, like in the inception that if you have seen, like if I really wake up from the dream, that means when if I believe that I'm not in a dream now, I'm doing something in reality, I'm doing something great. So yeah, then I'll change the DP and keep it totem of fallen, keep a DP of fallen totem instead of the one revolving around.
Sir, any such event or memory that you get reminded of the moment you see this picture?
I don't know. Any of event? Chess?
Anything that the first thought which came to your mind after seeing this?
I remember only the totem, only the science fiction and Nolan fan, and I don't know any other things. Any clue or anything that you are thinking, expecting?
No, nothing like that. Just the first thought which you like you get when you just see the picture. The first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah, the only thing that I got into my mind, the totem and my DP. That's all. There's nothing else.
Sir, why do you are sci-fi movies so much? Like so much into this?
Like that started with maybe Interstellar. I'm not also into much fiction movies, but science fiction, because like movies like Interstellar, what makes us think is it makes us read about like what's happening, what happened there on the screen. I kind of like when there is things in details, like when there is some explanation in details. So like when there's something some commercial movie going on, like we don't need to give 100% to it. We just need, if we just know the, if we just watch it briefly in a 2.0, still will understand the movie, right? So but these kind of movies, what happens is like you give you 100%, but there's still something you miss, something you don't understand it. So like there is something in details, there's every scene, how the way you captured, there will be a reason for it. So I love to have find this, like I love to be a detective in this kind of, like, why is it directed this particular scene in this way, I can answer it, kind of like. I used to feel so satisfied by telling this to people, sharing this my friends and all, that I found this, did you notice this part in this movie, kind of. So yeah. So what happens in sci-fi movies is you will have a lot to get the details out. You'll have a lot to get the explanation part. Like most of the people won't understand it, they will leave it off. But if you are kind of a guy who wants to learn from everything, who wants to know, like like there'll be this kind of people, right, who sees a thing and if they don't understand it, they won't get a sleep. So I used to be that kind of guy. Maybe not now, maybe still, I don't know. So maybe those serious interesting movies are not coming nowadays. But yeah, if something like that happens, something like that, if I've seen, I won't sleep. Like I'll just read or see, watch something about it until I understand everything about it. So yeah, these kind of details and stuff I love. If it's a drama movie, still I love it. It's most that details and all stuff I mostly are mostly in the sci-fi, and science behind things will be more interesting to me than magic behind scene. Like Harry Potter doesn't interest me much
Yeah.
than science. So like if there's something reason, a valid reason, a valid science, so that kind of intrigues me. And yeah, space and stuff is kind of a hobby to know, that became a hobby to know after Interstellar. So I used to read some of the books like on Stephen Hawking's I worried I forgot the book name. uh, Maybe currently I've forgotten the book name. Yeah, Stephen Hawking's books, there are two of the books. So I used to read at that time. So now I'm not much into it, mostly in my work and getting busy in some other stuff. Yeah, I would love to start be like, if any sci-fi movie comes again, I love to go into that phase of my life again.
Sir, anything like about this particular movie which you liked the most? Like your inception about this movie?
You mean Interstellar or
Yes.
Inception? Interstellar. I like. There's no one thing. I love everything on that. I love everything about that movie. Uh, Interstellar kind of like, see, what they just told in that movie is just a relation between a father and daughter. So like as I told, like if you see the details of movies, like what you'll end up to know is there's just a story between a father and daughter. And what Nolan told his music director when he's directing a music, he just told like right, the music should be something suitable for a movie on father and daughter. So but people never see it like that. People, all they see is like it's a big sci-fi movie with some plot that we don't understand. So if you end up having a greater meaning at the end, like now it's all whole science fiction thing, if you're keeping it aside, if you end up finding that it's just a father and daughter movie, and it is, and how the relationship between them is, that's something that makes me so great, like feel so great that director wanted to tell this and I understood this. So yeah, that makes me feel so great.
Sir, what do you like feel inspired from Nolan? Like
His
anything with
narration, like the same time zone, he just skips it, twirls it, or takes it back, or takes it, like he just plays with time. I just love that he just plays with time as and when he wants. Like I don't know how he gets these ideas and all, but yeah, those are something that I wanted to, like, if I can really get those kind of ideas, I would be directing for sure.
so means if you are given to direct a movie, these things you are going to add in your movie.
That depends on the story for sure, but yeah, if I have a storyline that nears to science fiction, yeah, I would love to add more science to it.
So if you are to direct a movie, like you will prefer sci-fi or drama? Which one?
Sci-fi for sure. Sci-fi for sure. Sci-fi with drama would be great.
Okay, that's really nice, sir. With this, let's move on to the fourth picture.
Okay.
Sir, do you feel that this meme is connecting with you in any way?
Like that meme, that scene is particularly from Interstellar. So the meme that they made on the template is from Interstellar, and that movie is something, the recent movie of Nolan. And yes, whole that thing gets connected because it's all Nolan stuff. Yeah, what if there's something, if there's Nolan in something, I'll get connected with it.
But sir, now the question of the hour, that since you're working in Amazon right now, sir,
Mhm.
you're getting Amazon Prime for free or not?
No, no. Okay, the Prime there. Okay, no, I'm not getting Prime. I have Prime, so I'm using it. But yeah, I think like doing some surveys, like if we attend some surveys and stuff, we can get the beta version of Prime to try and tell them, like they'll ask us some surveys at few times. We'll get the notifications. In that way, we can get this Prime subscription. But yeah, I have my Prime. I'm using it for now.
Okay, sir. So talking about the movie, this particular movie. So the did you understand the entire film at the first go itself, or you had to watch it like again and again?
It's everyone, like everyone, I don't think anyone would have gotten it in one sitting. So yeah, I have read, like I have watched it like more than 20-30 times until now. And like just for like love of it, like every scene you just go for a scene and then just thinks of a scene in mind. Hey, I just remember the scene, okay, I'll just play it and just go on until the end of the movie. So that used to happen a lot. And maybe 20-30 is very less, maybe in hundreds it should be. Yeah. And the main thing is like what happened is like that movie's executive producer is a Nobel Prize winner, and that guy is the main guy who has written the story, basic storyline of the movie, all the science part of it. So what he has done is, as the movie released, just before one day of the release, he released a book called Science of Interstellar. And as soon as I came to know about it, I read that book. And because I wanted to know like everything what they're talking in that movie, so he explained everything, science behind every scene, every kind of every what to say, every uh, like gargantua, all these black holes and all, or like why they are short like that, why they are being pictured like that. So he explained everything behind that, and this thing is something that I love, like that book and that stuff. I love that a lot.
Okay, sir. With these, we are like done with the movie stuff. So, for the final picture, let's see what we have.
Okay, let's see. I'm excited. Okay. The same phase, first year phase of life.
So, sir, can you tell what is happening in this picture?
That's what, as I told, like there used to be this photography club, and once they had a workshop where they have given us cameras and let us shoot something in the college and the surroundings of the college. They took up a whole surrounding the college, and they told us to take a picture that you like, kind of, with the cameras. They gave us cameras, a DSLRs. So yeah, then what I did is, like, I like that my friends are doing those, taking this photo, so I just took the photo of that sunset where my friends are trying to capture that sunset. Yeah, that was something that was happening there.
So, sir, as you have said, even in your previous questions, that about photography, you have talked a lot about it. So, sir, what is photography according to you?
As like, I don't take much people's pictures. I mostly take nature's pictures, because maybe I'm in a college where there's more nature beauty, and with Northeast that too. What do you expect from Northeast? More nature, right? So like, as I have it in my on my Insta handle, I think, like, nature has a music that we listen, that we need to listen, that we need to tune in. If we can tune in, we find a lot of beauty in that. So yeah, what I want to show someone is, like, there's something great scenic beauty that you have missed there. Like, there are my friends who have also been there along with me, but they didn't capture it, right? They didn't capture that moment. So, like, what I want to try, what I used to do is, like, I used to take it and edit it and show it to my friends, that this is the beauty that you missed yesterday by not coming with me in the early morning. So something like that. I used to love showing it to my friends and getting credit from them, that that was a great shot, something like that. So yeah, I should love that part.
So, sir, since this picture consists of your friends as well, so what role do friends play in your life?
They play all the roles that we want in our life. Like, yeah, because you're in a BTech life where you have very less connection with the family. So like, I used to talk very less with the family, like maybe once in a week or something like that. So mostly, who's there in life, in BTech life, it's friends. So if you need some help in studies, friends. If you need some help in sports, like improving in a game, FIFA game, friends. Improve your like PlayStation game, like, it's friends. So like, whatever the help you needed, there's a friend in your group who will help you. So as I told, like, connections, we need to have good connections, whom we are comfortable with, whom we can share everything, with whom we can share our dreams and depression stuff. So I had that friends whom I used to share things. So as I thought, like, what happened in my phases on my life is, like, I have friends for things, like, for this part there's this friend, for this part there's this friend. So what happened, like, to share cinematic things, there's this part of people whom I can share about it. To talk about science fiction and this science movies, there are this part of people who are there. To talk about this coding and stuff, that interviews, and in this part of it, and there's some other gang. So yeah, because it's connections, because it's a lot of friends, I got to like, I think I got to complete all this, got to do all this stuff because of all these connections that I have. And just we need to maintain the good connections, good network of people around us, that will, and a comfortable environment if we have, I think we can do anything.
Okay, sir, that was really nice talking about your memories. It was really like feeling nostalgic. So, sir,
It's great that
now
if
with
you
the
feel
thing,
nostalgic of my memories.
no, it's for you only. I'm telling, sir.
I'm
Actually,
very nostalgic. Now
yeah,
whole my
and
4 years of life just went all around my brain right now.
sir, since we didn't enjoy college life, for us knowing stories from you, like we are leaving college life from your stories.
That's great. That's great to know.
And after knowing all this, like I'm sure they have played like an everlasting impact on your journey from BTech to Amazon, everything, and they'll be all over like the stories.
Hmm.
So with the same enthusiasm, let's move on to the final segment of today's session. That is going to be the rapid fire. So
Okay.
now I'll be asking you few questions in a speculated time span, and you have to answer them with just one, two words, or max to max a sentence. So, sir, are you ready? Then we shall start.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm
Okay, so sir, so fine. We have divided the rapid fire round in three parts. So
okay.
in the first part, I will be asking you few questions, and you have to answer with yay or nay. For every answer that is true, you have to say yay, and for every answer that is wrong, you have to say nay. So is
Yeah.
it okay? And nay.
What was that? No for like nay.
Yeah, for no it's nay,
Okay,
and
okay.
for two it's yay.
Sure. Okay, got it.
Okay, sir. So the first question that we have is, since childhood, is there any moment in your life where you have to come with like consecutive lies?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll not go into that, but instead we'll move on to the next question. Sir, have you cooked in your life until now?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's COVID, yes. A lot.
Have you secretly stolen anything from someone?
In home, a lot of times, yeah.
And in college?
Maybe not.
Okay. So have you gifted something to a girl?
Yes. Yeah, I gifted a lot to my friends. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever pranked someone during your college life or your school life?
College life, a lot of times, like too many times got pranked, too many times got pranked. Yeah. Yeah, it was this.
Okay. Have you ever danced with a girl,
Not on a podium or something.
but
Maybe
in a group?
not even in a group. Never danced.
Oh,
I should say like I never danced, I think.
okay. So can you look at the screen without blinking for 30 seconds? Okay, you're doing that right now.
I'm just trying. I don't think
Okay.
so. I never tried it. Maybe I can't.
Okay.
Okay. To this.
Okay. So the last question for this part is, can you stay in a party and dance like a mad till it ends? I don't think
No, no, I'm not of
because
that
it
type.
does. Yes.
Yeah, it's again dance.
Okay, sir. So this was the first part, and now let's move on to the second part. In this part, you will have to, I'll be giving you two options, and you have to choose either of them, like this or that. So the
No.
first one is, what will you prefer, getting up early or staying awake late at night?
Uh, Getting up early for now. That the opposite used to be doing college, but now yes, getting up early.
Okay, sports or sleep?
Hmm.
Sports or sleep?
Okay. I prefer sports.
So what sports do you prefer?
Like I'm not a great player in any of them, but I love to play badminton, basketball, and cricket.
Okay. Formals or casuals?
Casuals for life.
Phone or PC?
PC always.
Okay. Sir, according to you, Sandeep Bolla is a passionate, hardworking guy or a passionate, talented guy?
None. I rate like kind of like 3 in talent, 5 4 in hard work. I think out of 10. Like
So
I have a
that
lot to do it, a lot to do things. Like I don't think I have done much super hard work in any things until now. I got my things, maybe not that easy, but still I don't think I have given my whole of it, or 11 by 10 out of it. I think that's a lot to be done. So yeah, none to that. Both or
but
none,
if
maybe.
to choose one, then
I think it's hard work more than talent.
okay. So the last question, that is a date with a girl or a date with a coder girl?
Second one, date with a,
Coder girl.
what does that mean? I don't know.
Like a girl who codes,
Other girl. Okay.
coder.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to date because I have a friend.
Okay. But if a hypothetical situation, if you were to date, then what would you choose?
Okay. A girl who watches movies than coding and stuff. I'll
Oh,
go with. But I'm not into dating at all.
okay. So the last part of this rapid fire round is that I'll be giving you some questions and you have to describe them about some people or something. You have to describe them with one word.
Okay.
And you can use one word for different questions as well, only if you're running out of words.
Okay.
So the first question, describe yourself.
In one word.
Yeah.
Hmm. Guy.
That's like playing safe. Okay, your parents,
Uh, Inspiration.
NIT Silchar,
Memories.
your friends,
Hmm. Hmm, 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 hmm. Life, kind of. I say life.
and Amazon,
Phase of part of a dream
your journey,
is a comma. I want it to be a comma. Like I want it to be a
why?
process. Like it just should not end up. Journey
Oh,
should be just continuing. So, like journey should be a comma. That's what I'm saying. Never be a full stop.
yes. So your experience with Podium Talks until now,
Exciting and never like I'm just as I'm saying, like I like to give things a shot, and this is my first shot on this phase of things that I never tried. And I as I told you that I'm always afraid to get on in front of a camera and talk to people. So yeah, and you're recording this, and that's like I'm doing something that I'm not at all like, this is out of my comfort zone. So yeah, this is one of my memories that will go down in my life. And yeah, this is so exciting that you people have taken time to know about me. And maybe I'm not as great as you spoke and maybe there's too many things to be done yet in life. We just 20s, we just in our early 20s. So but still you have seen my what I've done, and you tried you have thought something there in me to tell it to people. And I as I told, like I love to have the impromptu discussions with people. So yes, and you got all my memories back. Like all these 4 years just came in front of my brain right now, and just still going on running in my mind. Yeah, this is kind of a great experience that I'll remember.
thank you so much, sir. Your answers were really like bang on, and it was really quick and full of fire. And also, thank you so much for sparing time from your schedule with us. You're sharing all your insights from your journey. And thank you so much once again for motivating us, our audience. And thank you so much. So, sir, this is all about the session, and finally, we are done with all the three segments. Now, I'll be handing over to my co-host Saitya to conclude the session. It was really nice interacting with you, sir. Thank
Thank you
you.
guys. Thanks a lot.
Hi, sir.
Hey, hello Priya.
So, how was it? The round two
It
and
was
round three.
great. It was really great. I didn't know that like you'll collect all this stuff from me. That was kind of a dripping down to all this memory lane stuff. That was really nice. You got all these 4 years running in my mind.
Okay. So, before we wrap up the session, let's take up a few questions from the live chat too.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. So, sir, there's a question that I'm in my third semester and I didn't start my programming. So, can I learn DSA and get into a good company?
In third semester, you have 5 more semesters, my friend. So yes, like I started DSA in my fifth semester or something, like sixth semester, I think. So DSA is something that you can learn in a couple of months. And more than that, what I want you to know is like mostly concentrate on the learning the language phase. You get comfortable with the language. If you think a algorithm in your mind, like this is the way that I want to deal with the approach in your mind, you should be able to code it. That's the main important thing, because most of the times like you will see it and you'll understand how to do it, but you can't code it because you're not
Yes.
great at implementation. So first you get comfortable with the code, with the language that you're learning, and after you feel comfortable, then you go into DSA. Maybe it takes a month or a couple of months, and it's not a full stop to like you should be learning in your whole interview like until you get placed. But yeah, most of the basics should be right in DSA too. So that takes a month or a couple of months. So, and you should be doing the questions along with that. It should be good.
So, sir, many students are generally from tier 3 colleges. So, they don't get Amazon on campus. So, how do they need to approach so that they can get into
I
companies like
saw that
Podium?
many Tier 3 companies, like Amazon, is getting into many Tier 3 companies too nowadays.
Okay.
Most of my co-interns I saw, like they're from Tier 3 companies. It's not most, like at least some of them. So yeah, if your college is not getting into that, is not getting Amazon, then you should try for references if you can. Good HRs, contacting good HRs in Amazon. You can get them from LinkedIn, or good SD or SDEs. If you know anyone, that would be great. Any of your seniors, any again connections here, right? If you have good connections with anyone, then you can just ask them and like tell them you work, give them your resume, make your work speak. If they really understand your work from the resume, they'll definitely refer you, because if they refer you, they'll get the advantage too.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they'll be great, they'll be helping hand for sure. All you need to have is like good stuff in your resume, so make sure that is there.
So, does CGPA really matter?
It matters for sure. It's there, so it should matter. But the point is like it doesn't matter to an extent that will decide our life, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
if it's there in your hands, play it safe.
Yeah.
So you can manage it. BTech is not really that hard as we
Yeah.
think, as maybe no one thinks it's hard until now. So BTech is not that hard, and that too it's online, so it should not be hard now. So we can manage stuff. So manage it and make it better if it's not good, because if someone is seeing your resume and need to judge in 2 minutes or maybe 30 seconds. So more than what you tell in your words, what they need is numbers, right? Like
Yeah.
analysis, like when you're analyzing someone, like you analyze based on numbers. So that's a number that you see on the resume. So that would definitely give a something on about you, like who you are and how knowledgeable you are. Maybe
Yeah.
it is not scaled on that way, like the pointer and all is not given on based on our intelligence. It's mostly based on our studying or remembering things. But still people are taking it as a standard, right? So just you are in that particular system, so you need to be part of it right now. That's all. There's no other go.
So, your suggestions on how to plan things and work towards them consistently?
Okay, I don't really plan much. I love to have things kind of unplanned and get things rolling in life. So all the things that happened in my life are mostly unplanned. They just went in through. I just been part of it. That's all. So like if you have plans, like if you have something goal in your life, then if you can plan it, that's great. Really, if you can't plan it, that's not a mistake at all. What you need to do is, if it's happening, like if there's a process to do it, just as Dhoni says, like one step at a time, kind of. If you have a if you have like 100 runs to be scored in front of you, like first think about only the first 10 runs that needs to be scored. So in that way, just think about what to be done now. Maybe at the end of your life you want to be like a billionaire. So straight up, don't think about billionaire and stuff. For now, like what you can do to start this stuff, to start the ball rolling, to get the ball rolling. So think about simple steps that can be done. So if those simple steps you are able to be good with the simple steps, then go to the next steps.
So, sir, today's session gave us many insights of the journey of someone who is now not only just an engineer, but has become an inspiration to a lot of students. And a simple proof is the huge response you are getting from the audience through the live chat. So, last two questions.
Sure.
Yeah, any suggestions or advices you want to give it your juniors, like which you have realized lately, so that they don't regret?
Okay. There's one thing I used to feel so many times. I used to feel that maybe I'm kind of a like I don't how to say this deserve a great job in a company. Maybe I'm not that intelligent, kind of. I used to that FOMO or whatever it is. Like we all feel that maybe I'm not that intelligent as my friend. These all feelings were there. Maybe I'm not as intelligent to get to a company of like in similar to Fang. So these all are there. So what we need to just think is, if you are someone who are trying to solve questions, who are being able to solve DSA after a couple of months, after 3 months of learning and stuff, and if you are at a good stage, maybe if you are just a beginner too, and if you are something who can hard work, then it's yours. Because like you are just a person who are doing like you are just the same guy who are being like around whole India right now. All are engineers, all are doing their engineers, and all they have is similar knowledge, all they have is similar sources. So maybe an extra bit of IQ might help them, but the point is, all we have an average IQ. It should be same to everyone. So like if not in the same range, at least, like everyone, the common man's IQ is totally in the similar range. So what we need to do is the hard work. Like what will make us differentiate is hard work than talent. So like most of the people who with talent, we see that they're going lazy. So like that's an advantage for us. So let's make that hard work. And if we have less talent, then with the hard work we can really get anything done. So one thing is be self-confident. Don't compare with your friends, that's for sure. Maybe everyone has their own phase of life. As I say, Barack Obama got president at 40s, and someone is dead at 40s. And Kylie Jenner got billionaire at 20s, and some other person got billionaire at 70s. So everyone has their own phase of life, right? So don't compare with others. So you have your own phase of life. You don't know who lives up to which age. So just get comfortable with things and don't compare, and just do your part.
Yeah. So anything finally from your side to the audience?
Nothing much. Just do your part in your life, and just get the ball rolling, and just see where you'll end up.
Yeah. Great suggestion, sir. That was indeed a grand session and a memorable experience for us having you on live today. I would like to thank you on behalf of our team for accepting the request and giving us your valuable time. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me here in Podium Talks. Thanks a lot. This is a great memory for me too. And thank you, Priya and Shrestha, for hosting this thing. You have been really good.
Our pleasure. So viewers, we have seen the way he balances things really justifies him to be a real life hero. That's it for the evening, viewers. Hope you all have enjoyed the session. If you have missed it, you can watch it on our YouTube channel. See you again coming Sunday with another real life hero. Stay tuned. Have a great day. Signing off. This is Priya.